Hi everybody, hope you're doing fine and that you're ready for tip number 5 about intonation. So what is intonation? This notion is quite easy to understand. It's when your voice is rising or falling, all right, like this. Of course, here I'm exaggerating. We do have the same thing in French, the same phenomenon. For example, if I'm telling you, okay, il vient. Okay, my voice is rising here at the end, so you understand it's a question. But instead, if I'm saying il vient, okay, it's the end of a sentence, so you know that he's coming, obviously. So we've got the same phenomenon in French. However, it's much more used in English. Why that? Because it gives more elements to the listener. Okay, let me remind you of Kim's video in tip 4, just before, when she's saying really. All right, it gives much more elements to the listener. Yes, I'm just repeating myself here. It gives more meaning as well. We have two types of intonation. We've got the rising intonation, so this is when you rise your voice at the end, okay, or not at the end. You can find this, for example, in yes/no questions. With this question, is he coming? Okay, is he coming? Your voice is rising at the end. You can find this as well in lists. All right, imagine that you've got this sentence. For this recipe, you need butter, eggs, flour, and sugar. Okay, between all the elements here, your voice is rising because you're making this list here. It's also used when you want to point out to your listener that you haven't finished speaking. If I take the same example again, just like this one here, for this recipe, okay, be very careful. I'm going to continue, right? Mind you, okay, I'm not done yet. I haven't finished. Okay, you need butter, eggs, flour, and sugar. Okay, so you want to show your listener that you haven't finished speaking, that you're going to continue. Next, of course, the second type of intonation is the falling one that you can find in WH questions. When is he coming? All right, for example, you can find it as well at the end of sentences or positive or negative statements. If I take again my sentence just before, okay, for this recipe, you need butter, eggs, flour, and sugar. Okay, here my voice sugar is declining because it's the end of my sentence. It's also used for commands or exclamations. Sit down. Okay, right, okay, I'm going to sit down, all right. Here I don't have much choice. I do have to sit down, okay, it's an order we are having here. And to conclude, we've got a mix, okay, of the rising and falling intonation. This is very common in English, all right, to rise and fall your voice like this, especially when you want to qualify the meaning of a statement, okay? By qualifying here, I mean nuancer, all right, the meaning of a statement. If I take the example of the sentence I gave you just before, sit down, okay, order, okay, you're going to obey. But if I'm saying sit down, please, okay, sit down, please, okay, this is much more polite, okay, it's not an order. And it's as well to show you haven't finished speaking and then that you're done, okay, remember the example we saw before. For this recipe, okay, I'm not done yet, I haven't finished. You need butter, eggs, flour, and sugar, okay, so I'm rising and falling my voice. Okay, so the first activity is for you to do is to listen to Ashley. He's going to explain all these phenomena again, okay, in a very clear way, and you'll see his voice is very soothing. Please pause to repeat after him, all right? He's really good. You've got the link here and in the description as well. And the second activity is this one. It's a video and before, but with some questions in it, okay? You will hear 15 different sentences and the video is going to stop each time, okay? And you've got to say whether you can hear a rising intonation or a falling intonation, and you've got to choose the correct answer. repeat the sentence as well, okay? You've got some blanks, okay, which are left in between. The link is here and in the description as well. All right, so I hope that you've understood this intonation phenomenon in English. See you next time. Bye bye.